What's going on, fellas? This is Sir Studmuffin, leader of Affliction, and today we have our first war recap since we've been back. We've done 3 wars now since my last video. I'll go ahead and show you. We actually did lose the last war that we played, or that we were in. Pretty devastating loss. We annihilated the first clan 44-32, like you can see. And we lost 40-41 against Guerreros. Props to them. I don't have the replays available for that. I was going to wait until today to start recording videos again for various reasons. But essentially, they were a pretty decent clan. We had, I want to say, 6 or 7 Town Hall 9. It was a fairly even war. They just pulled out some of these go-ho attacks that were kind of slaying some of our bases, and they did an excellent job. We had a last attack. It was actually, I took Max's account, did a last attack on it, and I actually messed up. I had just a slight mistiming on my heal, but we're all rusty. So here's our war log. If you didn't know, just to go through it real quick. We are currently 24-3. The reason I say 24 is because we've won this war. This one's pretty much over with. I gave the guys a kind of a goal, saying if we hit 44, as in perfect from 2 down, and upload of recap, but we were close enough that I thought I might as well. And I was planning on going ahead and uploading a video today. So, we have a few newer members here. Just go through it real quick. Since the last time, I just want to give a few shout outs, and then we'll get into the recap. This is going to be a little bit of a longer video, but hopefully less than 15 minutes. So, starting off, we have the Prophet, who's a brand new Town Hall 10. He's a brand new recruit. He's not a brand new Town Hall 10. I've been seeing some Govalo attacks, though, or Govaho, excuse me. So I'm very excited to see how he does in our clan. I'm now 25, 21 heroes. Was going to upgrade to Town Hall 10. That's not going to happen yet. We have Swap, who's a lower kind of rush Town Hall 10. Been struggling a little bit in wars, but you can see he's fairly active with the rating and whatnot, so that's good to see as well. We have Flat Waffle back in. He's just kind of in to stick around, be with Affliction, but not looking to war too much. We got good old Tim back in action. He's got 18, 15 heroes. He's got his heroes going up. He's looking to get 20 heroes. We got Caillou, 15, 12. About mid-Town Hall 8. So he's back in action. I think he's doing finals right now. Brian, of course, the War Reapers. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but they actually had sort of a mini-merge into here. So I believe Brian's Prophet was in Brian's recruit. I know Swap was in War Reapers. But Brian's kind of got his heroes a little bit lower. But hopefully he'll kind of get those up here soon. Of course, we got Danny back in action as well. Rocking the 12-15 heroes. Got Liam back, who's really improved in terms of troop level since we last saw him. He was kind of a lower Town Hall 8.5. I believe defense-wise he's still 8.5, but man, he's got some high-level troops now for his war weight. So I'm excited. I believe he's getting the next one, and I'm excited to see him in the next war. Avi Wavi Max is from War Reapers. You can see he's at 8.5 as well. We got a lot of guys with about 10 heroes, a little bit around that, and some level 4 golems, and that's great to see. We got Roddy, he's a brand new recruit. Uses Go White, but hopefully he uses Go White, and actually has been 3-starring because he uses back-end hogs. So the back-end hogs are very key, and I don't have a replay from him this war, but the hogs really help in general, and that's kind of a transition more into a go-ho attack, and I've talked about this in earlier videos. Ardic's back in 10-10. He's an 8.5. We got Draco in now. Draco he's been in the Affliction system / Brian system really since he's been like a 6 or 7, and to see him as a 9 is great. Haven't seen him more yet with his 9, but excellent to see our guys progressing. Morky Uno is actually one of Max's accounts, but it's also shared. Haven't seen that account war yet. We got T Nasty. He was in the clan 4. He bored, but he didn't attack someone with that. So I haven't really seen a whole lot from him yet. We got React in. React, of course, as everyone knows, is in One Hive Alpha for a little bit. He's at 8.5. Once again, rocking the level 4 golems and the Go-Ho. We got Holden, another very exciting prospect. He seems very kind of into the practicing and whatnot. So he's about a medium level Town Hall 8. So we got some pretty solid recruits. We got Colton. Some of these guys are from War Reapers. I'll just kind of quickly go through them. But most of the older guys that have returned. Django, of course, as everyone knows, is through his Affliction system since Town Hall 6. And here's his mini. Of course, Brian has like 5,000 minis and whatnot. And Mini MF Caillou is Bo's account. So I wanted to scroll through a little bit, but we'll go ahead and get into it. Here's the war recap for this war. Apologize for the beginning stuff, but it's been a little bit. I wanted to talk about the clan a little bit. We're about to be level 4. We're looking to focus on clan quality and whatnot. 43 is not terrible. It's definitely better than the last war, and hopefully we can get to more consistent 2020 wars. But right now we're about 33 in the clan doing about 15 wars because people need to sit and are busy and whatnot. So, I usually like to keep it around 2/3 of the clan warring at a time. But this 1/2 for this level is not terrible. It's just not amazing. So, anyhow, let's get into it. Sort of here on the bottom, we had a lot of Town Hall 7s that were in the war, or they had a lot of Town Hall 7s, so it was pretty easy. We only had 2, actually. So this was honestly a pretty easy war. Let's go ahead and show one of the new guys, Pacers, right here. And here we go. So we got a simple hog attack. I'll show 2 of the hog attacks from our Town Hall 8s. Just to kind of show you where we're at with our hog attacks, and hopefully I'd like to see kind of the progression. So let's go ahead and speed through this clan castle kill. And of course, as most people know, the clan castle kill, you can see the troops going around the outside. Clan castle kills with just poison is not going to work anymore. Oh, my clicker, where are you at? Click on this 4. What is going on? Does not want to go on this 4. Come on now. Okay, well, we're kind of speeding through this, I guess. Does not want, there we go. Alright, so, pretty easy attack here. It's got some of the skeletons getting poisoned and whatnot, and now we can go on 4 times because this is all cleanup. So, nice little king swap on top. Gets a little low on time here. You want to make sure to look at the builder huts in the corner, but has just enough time to finish this one out. Now, the next attack I'm going to show, we had 2 guys hit this base. I'm actually going to show Holden's, though, because his was a first attack. So here we go. Another hog attack. Go ahead and speed through this. He's just checking for giant bombs. It's got a nice, we got a giant bomb on the outside. Pretty weak design on their part. Let's go ahead and 2 times this for a second. So, kind of rolling through this. He's got a little Asian wall deployment here. Very interesting deployment, but I would say it's pretty smart on this kind of base. You got a line of defenses, as you saw at the beginning. And now he's kind of got some back on hogs, and this attack's pretty much over. King swap a little bit late because the enemy king was engaged on the other hogs, but he does have enough to finish this off. And let's go ahead and just kind of move on through it. So pretty solid attack. Team 2 and 3 stepped it up from the war before. The first war they were struggling a little bit, but the last two wars they really stepped it up, and I think Team 3 went perfect. First wave, of course, they didn't have that hard of attacks, and Team 2 had a couple 2-stars, not terrible. Brian had some 3-stars on 8 and 9. I'm not going to show those. Let's see. Yeah, I mean Brian's attacks are basically with like a 8.25 on some of these lower 8-9 ranges, so they're not too hard of attacks. But we will show Arctic's attack on number 6. All right, and Brian did have an attack on 2, so we will show one of his attacks. Like I said, Brian had 4 accounts in war. So here we go. Just kind of speeding this up a little bit so it's not too slow. But he's got a shattered Goho attack on here. You can see he kind of had a partial bait almost at the beginning with the wall breakers or the whiz. I wasn't sure which. But he gets the queen down. Remember the first attack we had on this, the guy did not kill the CC. You got to kill did not kill the queen. You got to kill the queen regardless of what level, because it can really still beat up on your troops. And basically single giant bombs on this base. Like I said, this war was really not that difficult. I think base 4 was the only hard one, and we had kind of a heartbreaking 2-star 95% on that base. So I won't show that replay, but it was a very close attack. I think Brian's the one that did it. So yeah, just getting down. I believe you have a decent amount of time, probably about 30 seconds left if I had to guess, and that one is history. Now, Arctic did have a 6-star war, and so I'll probably show his other one as well. I just did this attack here a few minutes ago. This is my attack on number 2. This is a pretty common form, and you'll see it a lot for sort of farming bases. But this is just a shattered Goho attack. Nice little funnel in there. Got the CC a little bit in, but I poison it. And with the wizards back up. And now we have a little surgical here. My surgical timing has been really good I've been really working on it. It was really solid in this attack. Hogs are kind of working their way around. You got the Expo on the king, and still on the king tanking, and the hogs help kill the Expo and kind of free up the king a little bit. Really just solid timing on that attack, and I was really happy with that attack as well. I really was struggling with my surgical hogs coming back, just kind of in practice raids. Of course, I brought 2 giants, mainly for the tanking a little bit, just because there was giant bombs kind of initially there. I wanted the defenses to tank it so that they wouldn't be hitting my hogs and they wouldn't die from the giant bomb, because I think that was a worry. So here you go, 94% 2-star, very close attack. Arctic actually first attack came up and hit this base. This is pretty. It's pretty. I would say it's a pretty decent. Going from 6 to 3 with the heroes he has and whatnot. Pretty bad bases on, but he got it first attack like he should have, and that was good to see. So he had a nice 6-star war. I think it was his first war coming back. Not too hard of bases, but a solid attack nonetheless. So kills the queen. He's got kind of a giant bomb to worry about there at the beginning, and he lost. It looked like about 5 or 6 hogs, which was very interesting. And he kind of had the same thing happen up top. But regardless, he had enough kind of tanking in the core and with heal spells. And this attack was pretty close, I think, on time. But once again, another 3-star attack. So pretty easy. Now I hit a Town Hall 10. I was going for the 3-star. I had kind of a 2-star 55%. Really, Town Hall 9s hitting Town Hall 10s isn't as much of a deal now because of the Valkyries. So I won't be showing that attack on 1, unless you see a 3-star. And hopefully this Prophet guy will show a 3-star in the upcoming wars. I know his hero is upgrading. But for this last attack, we're going to go ahead and show Brian hitting base number 2. Very interesting attack. This is a Go Vaho attack. Now, it's got double giant bombs. If you can see my cursor, by the Airdean cannons on both sides, symmetrical. It's very smart with Earthquake. Those double giant bombs, if you don't account for them, can trip up your troops a lot. Interesting deployment method here on the left side, but he's very patient and, interesting enough, does not use a heal spell on his hogs at all, but used it on his Valkyries. But you'll notice here that pretty much everything is tanked, and his hogs. We'll go ahead and see the actual number of hogs he uses, but his hogs pretty much took out the base with tanking, without any spells. So he only used 15 hogs and took out, I want to say, probably about 40% of the defenses without him in a hog. So very solid attack by Brian. It was his first attack. Looks like they're kind of going crazy in the chat. But to end it off, we'll go ahead and look at our stats. So, not too bad of a war. You can see perfect war here on the bottom. He had a Town Hall 9, so not really fair. A few people haven't attacked yet, so hopefully they should be getting their attacks in here soon. You can see some looting attacks because really wasn't that hard of a war, so not a whole lot of practice. A little bit of struggle here up top. We had some good cleanups though here on the end. Great war from Arctic. Another 6-star war from Brian's mini as well. However, those bases weren't too difficult. With our defenses, they had some bully attacks down, but pretty straightforward war. I'm really excited for the future. I got a lot of different things to kind of try out a little bit and see what we got here. But my focus really for the future is to focus on clan quality, of course, but also I want to have a sustainable clan. And I think with how Affliction has kind of been with the mentality and whatnot, we take wars losses pretty hard. I, of course, did. And, we had a loss already coming back. It was a pretty tough war for our second war. But, with that being said, I'm hoping to kind of keep this clan going for a good bit. I'd like to definitely be level 5 clan here as soon as possible. We're about to be level 4, which is nice. So just a little bit more and we'll be at level 5. But that about finishes this recap off. I know it's a little bit longer and I apologize. But this is Sir Stud Muffin, leader of Affliction, and I'm out. Peace.